And we are back. We are back. Your boy Big Vern. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to App Stupid Studios. Let's get after it. But first, let's jump into a rap break. Drop the beat. Fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. And we pushing a new rap album this month. De La Soul, Cabin in the Sky. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Sunny Storms, Good Health. A quick 16 for Mama is that song. I am sorry. Killer Mike is probably one of the top 5 MCs out there. He got bars, he got storytelling, and oh my goodness, that song goes hard on top of hard. Just how it is sometimes. Run it back with Nas? Forget about it. Forget about it. Enough. Believe in him. And then there's yours with Common. Oh my goodness. And Black Thought? And Slick Rick the Rulers on that song. My God. Man. And then Cabin in the Sky. The entitled track itself. De La Soul. In stores now. Yo, shout out to De La Soul. Rest in peace, Dave Dragoy. So, I'm going to talk some SEC football right now. And again, I'm teasing up a segment we're going to do next about the college playoff and how this thing is designed. Now, this year, the SEC is going to get 4 teams into the college playoff. No need to cry about it. This is how it happened. However, in 2025, they made a concerted effort to focus on specifically the conference. And none of these teams really took chances playing an out-of-conference schedule except Texas. And so when you have to look at that, most of the stuff, when they did take chances, it was for name and only of teams that are struggling or a team that's on a rebuild. Again, I'm not sitting here saying that there was a bad thing that they've done, but that's just it's pretty much what happened. Now, ESPN has a relationship with the SEC. And so when you hear people try and break down a college football playoff and say the SEC is going to get 6 teams into that college playoff, there is no way in hell that's going to happen. And we'll break that down and let you know. But as far as this goes, Texas A&M and Georgia, they are projected to be the SEC championship game in Atlanta in January. However, Texas A&M, they've got to beat Texas to punch their ticket into the dance. They don't have a tie over any of the top 5 teams in the SEC. Again, I repeat this, is that they don't have a tiebreaker win against any teams in the SEC. So it's impossible for them to get into a scenario where they would lose, and then because of the loss, if it wasn't into an opponent they had in common, they could leapfrog a team and still get the same result. Now, Georgia, they just need to close the show against Georgia Tech. I don't know why that is a thing. Not Georgia Tech. I mean, that's a rivalry game, but Georgia has run the gauntlet of the SEC. They don't have another conference opponent. So them losing to Georgia Tech or winning, it should be benign because it has no implications on the SEC championship game. Georgia Tech isn't in the SEC. So I don't know why that would affect Georgia one way or the other. Now, they've got wins over Tennessee, Texas, and Ole Miss, but they lost to Alabama. And Alabama is waiting in the wings. Again, it's beyond silly. But allow me to keep going with these scenarios because certain teams can still find themselves into the SEC championship game, and then they would get a bye if they won the SEC championship game, forcing the other teams to go on the road. We'll break that down when we get back from a quick wrap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. Now we pushing a new rap album this month. Reasons, Everything in My Soul, Blue. in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Lie to Me. He be talking crazy in that one. Then there's Paralyzed with Blue. Then there's Idols and Rivals with Blue. I'm telling you, when you listen to this record, it's deeper than just metaphors. He's not going to go ahead and give you so many metaphors and double entendres where you kind of get lost with the message. It's speaking directly to it and the way that most everybody feels in certain situations, whether it be a friendship relation or it might be, you and your old lady kind of thing. Luke Kang is crazy. Luke Kang is crazy. There's Pain and Photos featuring Deanna Stewart. That's dope too. Because sometimes as an older guy, you look back over your lifetime and you want to go ahead and some things that you wish you could have done differently. So yeah, Pain and Photos, I really felt that one. And That's My Word. Yo, Reasons. Everything in My Soul Blue. In stores now. Yeah, shout out to Reasons, Everything in My Soul Blue. Make sure y'all go ahead and check this out. So the Crimson Tide, they still have a way to get into the SEC championship game. I know you can't throw dirt on these guys. Even after they lost to Oklahoma, that should have been enough to get rid of the Crimson Tide. However, you cannot discount the Titans from Tuscaloosa. Those boys still have a way to get into the SEC championship game, and we'll break it down for you because they beat Georgia. And if they have a victory over Auburn, they could find themselves into the championship picture if Georgia lost to Georgia Tech. So you see what I'm telling you right now. Most of these teams, a lot of these teams, majority of these teams, 95% of the SEC teams, they didn't take any gambles and play some really hard out-of-conference games and to point to that schedule and have the legitimacy of saying, okay, I played this team from the Big Ten that's projected to be huge. And so this is where it comes back to bite Georgia in the butt. Remember, Georgia Tech isn't in the SEC. Georgia Tech is an ACC school. Georgia Tech stood atop of the ACC for, let's just say 8 weeks. They were running and gunning, and until they lost to Pitt, I mean, it was a lock for them to be in the ACC championship game. Now, the game that really shouldn't matter to the SEC about the dance partners in their championship game has huge implications and could catapult the Crimson Tide into that spot. Again, this is the problem you have when you just try and make it all about the conference and you don't take chances. Now, in order for Lane Kiffin to get into the chip game, they need a lot of help. They've got to win the Egg Bowl against Mississippi State. And then they need Alabama and A&M to lose in order to get a rematch with Georgia. That is not likely. You're not going to get both of those scenarios because, like I said, you will win the Egg Bowl. Mississippi State has no shot of beating Ole Miss. So that right there is a no-brainer. But Alabama losing to Auburn, no, I'm not on drugs. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. The game that they have to keep their eye on is Texas A&M and Texas. However, Texas and Alabama never played each other, so they can't leapfrog. Ole Miss and Texas never played each other. They can't leapfrog. The only team in that top four that has played Texas would be Georgia. And they got the victory. So if Mike Elko and them lose, they could still end up in the SEC championship game. Only having a loss in the conference, but they don't have any tiebreakers with anyone around. Again, I'm the only person who's going to break that down to you about that's how this thing is going to end up. If you got something different, you know the drill. Yeah, it's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know the drill. Get in the comments whether you agree or disagree. Let me know what's going down. It's your boy Big Vern. We'll be back. We'll be back